They come from Sweden. They're known as ABBA. From 1976, here's Mamma Mamma Mia on the sounds of the 70s. Now here's the Four Seasons with their only number one song that Frankie Valli didn't sing lead. It was number one for 3 weeks in a row in 1976. It was called December 1963, Oh What a Night. Well, before Bob Seger was writing his own music and had the Silver Bullet Band, he was smoking OPs. That's other people's music. Here's Who Do You Love? Bob Seger on the sounds of the 70s.
Division Avenue in downtown Grand Rapids, starting at 9 a.m. DC Cavender from MUS will be on hand. Also featured is Family Day at Comstock Riverside Park. So check that out. And bring the family, bring the kids, bring the neighbors, bring the relatives, bring everybody, and join hands in Hands Across Kent County for the fight against drugs, okay? Be part of it. Wherever you go in West Michigan, take us along. We're 107 MUS.
In 1971, Roy Wood was the leader of the band of ELO. He left after the first album, and Jeff Lynne took over, and we're all glad that he did because he had great songs after that. From 1975, here's Telephone Line on the sounds of the 70s. Anytime you hear the jingle, you deserve a break today, so get up and get away. You can think of the man who wrote it. Here's the man who wrote many jingles, but also many hit songs. Here's Barry Manilow with Weekend in New England from 1976 on the sounds of the 70s. You're listening to the sounds of the 70s. I'm Oscar Osbo. And what's the woman no man can resist? Well, of course, it's a sweet-talking woman. Here's Electric Light Orchestra on the sounds of the 70s.
Sports fans, take a look around and tell me what you see. That's right, it's the main event. A sports bar above the rest, with 6 screens and 2 big screens that'll make you feel part of the game. The main event has lunch specials, and they keep the kitchen open till midnight, weeknights. And don't forget to try their Mexican menu. It's known around the scene as their specialty, and the waitresses have been known to turn a few heads on a triple play. The main event, 677 West Laketon, the sports bar above the rest.
What happened to Mr. T?
Mr. T.
I've only liked the guy in one thing.
A-Team?
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's one thing I've seen him in.
Sucker. No, not that. Not A-Team. That wasn't his best acting ability there. He actually did a pretty good job in Rocky.
Oh.
See, I'm a Rocky fan. I mean, I always like those movies. They build up your spirit. They make you feel like you're stronger than you actually are. You know, you look in the mirror and you see muscles there that aren't really there, but you think they're there. You know.
I look in the mirror and usually cry.
Well, I can understand that. But anyway, whatever happened to Mr. T?
This week, we're looking at the year 1970, the last year of the Beatles. In 1970, their last LP put out 2 number one songs. One of them was The Long and Winding Road, and this one, Let It Be, on the sounds of the 70s. Al Wilson from 1974 and Show and Tell. I'm Oscar Osbo, and Bob Seger is the subject of the sounds of the 70s tonight. Now, it took Bob Seger 10 years of hard work to gain stardom because he was too stubborn to let the record companies put him in that neat little package. He wanted to do it on his own and his way, and it wasn't until the Motor City folk grabbed up 80,000 Beautiful Loser LPs that Capitol Records thought, well, he might just have something here after all. They recorded 2 sold-out shows at Cobo Hall and put them on double album, and Live Bullet went platinum. Once again, Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. From Live Bullets, here's Traveling Man and Beautiful Loser on the sounds of the 70s. Listen to Sounds of the 70s on KBZ.
There's a place up ahead and I'm going just as fast as my feet can fly.
Every Sunday night, 9 till 10 p.m.
Think it's time for a change.
On your variety stations, AM and FM.
Want some whiskey in your water?
Sounds of the 70s on KBZ.
This is the craziest party that could ever be.
Do you remember what you were doing in the 70s? Probably wearing clothes that you wouldn't be caught dead in today. Hi, I'm Oscar Osbo. Listen and remember with me on the Sounds of the 70s. Every Sunday night from 9 till 10, I'll be featuring a wide variety of your favorites from the 70s and take your requests on the Sounds of the 70s that bring back the memories. From 9 till 10 every Sunday night, right before musical star streams on your station for variety, AM 850 and FM 95.3 KBZ. Sunday night, 8:10 till 10 p.m. Set the mood lights, break out the lava lamp, and curl up in your favorite beanbag chair. And leave your radio locked on AM 850 or FM 95.3 KBZ. By request this week on the Sounds of the 70s, we'll feature the sounds of Rod Stewart and Smokey Robinson. We'll look at the early years of Rod Stewart from Faces to his biggest selling solo song, and Smokey with and without the Miracles, along with other great sounds of the 70s from 8:10 till 10 p.m. Sunday night only on your variety stations, AM 850 and FM 95.3 KBZ.
Here come willing helpers to guide you to your very own machine.
This week on the Sounds of the 70s, we'll celebrate the 60th anniversary of the pinball machine. We'll feature the music from the movie Tommy with pinball wizards Roger Daltrey and Elton John. Dr. Jack Nicholson will be on hand with faith healers Eric Clapton and Tina Turner. That's this Sunday night, 8:10 till 10 p.m. See what I'm talking about? And don't forget your pinball machines for the next Sounds of the 70s, only on KBZ.
Kind of three pairs of tickets to give away today from Comedy Night.
Uh-huh.
So
if you want something, stay tuned.
okay, I'm having a little trouble with the mouth this morning, and I want to tell you, I got to tell you this quick story. Of course, you were gone last week. I was gone last week. We weren't together. You were in Ohio. I was in Detroit.
Trust me, I was traveling as far away from Oscar as possible. No, I'm teasing.
Anyway, so I went to see my aunt, and my niece was with me, and my niece looks like me, poor kid. I mean, she looks like me a lot.
Poor little girl.
And she has that same problem that I have. Anyway, as far as talking sometimes.
What's that?
Well, the mumbling thing. When I come in the morning.
My name is Oscar.
So anyway, we go to my Aunt Pat's house. I'm talking to my Aunt Pat, and my Aunt Pat says to her, because she hasn't seen her for a while, she says, "So, where do you work?"
Uh-huh.
And my niece says, "Ebony Bank." Excuse me?
Huh?
Ebony Bank.
Uh-huh. And you said, huh?
Yeah, I didn't know what she said. What'd you say? Ebony Bank. What do you do? Tell her. Huh? I'll tell her. And anyway, she was saying NBD Bank, and she's a teller. And I was like, well, wait a minute now. Yeah. Can you get things pulling up there to give your money? Excuse me, I want to put in the 200 hours or whatever. Oh,
like Charlie Brown.
Yeah. So,
well, you go to McDonald's and you can't hear him through the speaker.
I'm not trying to cut down my niece or anything, but she has that same problem. But I'm sure she works on it when she's there at the bank. But anyway, it was just kind of funny. NBD Bank.
NBD Bank.
Yeah. So anyway, we got great.
It's a DNA thing.
I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm trying to think of who else has that problem in my family. I'm not sure where it came from. I kind of had it, and everybody else kind of gets it now. But 40 degrees. It's 7:13. Lots of great stuff to give away on Earth Day.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, Melissa. This is Melissa Fry from the Muskegon Art Museum.
You know who you were, didn't you?
I did, but it's nice to be reminded every now and then.
Okay.
Just in case you forgot.
Who am I? Oh, forget it. Anyway.
Who knows?
Yeah, really. Who cares? Anyway, I'm the guy that recycled my socks and gave them to give away today.
I think that's great.
Recycled socks does not mean dirty socks.
No, it doesn't. Anyway. Okay, that's what you thought too, right?
That is exactly what I thought.
I don't know, most people do.
I have some that I'd be happy to contribute if you're recycling dirty socks.
Well, actually, I'd like them personally, Melissa.
Uh-oh.
We won't get
we
into
could
that.
talk about that later.
Okay, all right.
You guys are grossing me out.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, down to business.
All right. So what's happening?
Oh, we've got lots of great stuff happening tomorrow at the Art Museum. We are opening a show that features some of the best most outstanding, finest art ever seen in West Michigan.
Oh, cool.
It is all done by school kids from Muskegon County schools. And it's really diverse because it's everything from kindergartners all the way up through seniors in high school. This is our 13th annual student art show. And it's the very best of the best. It's the most fun exhibit, and it's a good chance to see what kids are doing in school these days with art. There's some extremely creative stuff. This year the theme was portraits. We've had a portrait exhibit here at the Art Museum for the last couple of months. This year all the art teachers came together and agreed on that they would focus on portraits as well, and there are some amazing things in every kind of media: drawings, paintings, sculpture, everything.
What age bracket was this again? Or was
Kindergarten through 12th grade.
Really?
It's amazing. Kids are really creative, and to be able to put their creativity on paper.
It's really, I think kids are far more creative sometimes than us adults, you know, and to see what they've done and the different materials that they've used. There's everything from, as I said, from paintings and things. There's recycled tennis shoes. There's everything in this exhibit. It's some great stuff.
There's something for Earth Day. Yeah,
That's right.
Give it to them just for the Earth Day thing. Okay. As far as how do they get entered into the?
It's something that's coordinated by the Intermediate School District here for us, and we've been doing this for about 13 years. The art teachers are really the key people in each school district, and they select, their kids all create their art, and then the art teachers all select representatives from their district. So every every school district is represented, and it's really some great stuff. That opens tomorrow at from 2 to 4. And you can come and see the kids' art, have some punch and cookies, and
it's free.
I'll come
is
just for the punch
free.
and cookies alone.
We have good punch and cookies.
And to exchange socks.
I'll punch you.
Oh, bring your socks, definitely.
Okay, all right.
We also have tomorrow a special guest at 12:30 tomorrow will be Michael Rosen. He's the gentleman who created the Speak Project. I know we've talked about that in the past, the exhibit that we currently have of dog portraits. And Michael
He'll
Rosen,
actually be there.
he will be here, and he's going to do a presentation in our auditorium. He's going to talk about dogs and about creative writing and about how he came upon this idea of this whole Speak project. So that's free as well, and it's a great family event.
Okay.
Wow, yeah. Boy,
So
it sounds
there's gonna
like
be
a good
slides
day
and the whole
Sunday.
bit?
Oh, definitely. We asked him if he would bring his dog, but he really wasn't interested in doing that. But yes, he'll have slides. He's going to do. He's a very
So
energetic.
you could just slip into the slideshow, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right.
Exactly. Very energetic person. And then coming up, and we can talk about this in a week or so, we're going to have a dog show here. For all well, it's called the Love My Dog Show, and it's for kids to bring their dogs and to show off their dogs.
Oh, how cute.
Dress them up, have whatever tricks they do to kind of do some fun kind of stuff.
Doesn't Michael Rosen have, it's Michael, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hope I call him the right thing. Doesn't he have a picture of a dog in like a wedding dress? I thought a friend of mine went and saw it, and she said it was a dog in a wedding dress. And
some dog pictures of a dog's in wedding dress.
That's done by a photographer named William Wegman. Yes, he dresses the dogs up in some pretty bizarre costumes. We have those books here in our shop. Whoa, there's some wild stuff there.
I can just imagine. People are creative with their own dogs.
Yes, they are.
Creative or kinky. You
Exactly.
decide. Okay.
But the Love My Dog is going to be next week.
That will be May 7th.
Oh, okay.
That will
so
be
they have
May
time
7th.
to prepare.
Oh, yes, and we're going to have some registration forms at the museum. If people want them, they can call us, and we're going to get those out to the schools, too, so that kids know about coming down. It's just a fun time. There'll be prizes for participants, and it's just kind of a fun afternoon.
My
Who
dog
needs Westminster?
That's exactly.
Not Muskegon.
My dog gives me flowers. Is that a nice trick?
I think that's a wonderful trick.
Of course, it's not the flowers that we're talking about, but it's another kind of flowers. But we won't even get into that.
Well, maybe you'd like to bring them down.
Can I leave them there?
I think one of the rules in the registration brochure says, please be sure your dog is on the leash and under control at all times, because this may be a new experience for your pet. So we may have some pets who are not quite used to this. It'll be fun,
Some excited pets. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
So they'll be sharing lots of flowers.
I think so.
Okay.
It's an event to bring your movie
Now I think
camera down
now I think
to.
you understand what I mean by flowers. Okay. Yeah.
We talked to a dog psychologist who called it that instead of something else.
I see.
It's a much pleasanter way.
A dog psychologist.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
We talk to everybody.
Oh, I guess.
We're working on next week to get a snake doctor in here, so.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
A reptile man.
It has to do with Earth Day, so.
That's wonderful.
Our way of celebrating Earth.
Uh-huh.
Earth stuff.
Yeah. That's true.
Well, never a dull moment here, that's for sure.
Except for that little pause we just had there. That was kind of dull. But other than that, Okay.
Well, thanks, Melissa. Did we cover everything?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
I hope everybody comes down and visits tomorrow because there's lots of great stuff happening at the museum. And as always, it's free.
And then you and I will be sharing our socks.
We sure will.
Okay.
All righty.
I'm looking forward to that.
Thanks
really.
a lot.
Okay.
You don't know what you walked into there. You don't know.
You gotta watch it.
I'm kind of strange. Deborah just works with me because she has to. She's paid to. That's the only reason she works with me.
We like strange, so that's good.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, I know Melissa will hit it off just fine then. Okay.
All righty.
I'm getting excited here, so I guess we should say goodbye.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes, I'll fit in perfectly, don't you think?
I think so.
Okay. Okay. I'll just be hanging out at the art museum, just being a life-size
portrait.
You know, we're
the Community and Neighborhood Services Department is here. All of those departments handle housing, rehabs, and new construction.
Okay, now if there's any like debating, will there be any debating going on, so to speak, or like pros and cons at all?
No, we are not planning that.
Okay.
We do not plan to get into a debate.
A pleasant? Oh,
it's supposed
okay.
to be a nice event.
Yeah, we would like to answer the questions.
Okay, and okay, all right. Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking that if I was down there,
He's trying to cause trouble, Jerry.
There's a few things I want to find out about Muskegon, and I might,
Let me say this to you. If there's anything that's on your mind or in your heart to find out about Muskegon, and you've always wished to know and you want to know, ask the questions today.
Okay.
Come down and ask the question, and I believe that there will be an answer.
Okay, because like I said, there's certain things that I couldn't quite understand why.
Yes.
And I just want to get them out, So.
I think that's why we are here today.
Right.
We're here today because we know that all the time the government is not one that the public always agree with, even though it has the power to elect the official spokesperson for the government and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not here to try and answer because I'm not an elected official.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an administrator of the city.
So you're off the hook.
Yes, but let me. No, I'm really not off the hook because I'm supposed to do whatever I can to make the city respond to the needs of the public.
Okay.
And I think that we are properly named public servants, and that's what we are.
Right.
Good answer. Okay. Well, I tease. I'm sorry.
Yes.
So I do appreciate it then, and so they can come down there today and they can ask any question they want.
That's correct.
Within reason, or just any question they want.
Within reason, or any question they wish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So both of the above. Okay.
This is
all of the above.
Right. This is an information gathering for the public. It's called Getting to Know the City of Muskegon's Government at the Muskegon Mall.
That's right.
And it ran from starting at 9 o'clock this morning until 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Okay.
Right.
And so when I go down there, there probably will be a couple of security guards dragging me up after I ask a few questions.
Well, you know what? We'll say, be friendly to them, and we will visit you wherever they put you, and then we'll try and work out an arrangement to retrieve you. Okay?
So the next setup will be in jail, and they'll come talk to me over there.
And we'll be over there right after that, trying to say, "Now look."
Okay, so the answer.
Who needs the OJ trial? We'll have the Oscar trial.
Yeah.
Yes.
Answer all my questions behind bars. Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you for talking with us.
Thank you, Jerry.
Appreciate it.
Oh, well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All
Bye-bye.
right.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Okay. So we've got a commercial break to do, and then we'll be back with Judy from Boaz and Clark.
Judy Oaks, she's going to be discussing recycling with us in the community.
Okay.
Thanks.
After this break.
Don't sit up.
Soft Rock 95.3 News Radio 850. Weather-wise, mostly cloudy this afternoon, and we're going to have a high right around 50. For tonight, becoming mostly clear, a low in the lower 30s, and Sunday, increasing cloudiness, a high in the mid-50s. Right now, we have 48. Soft Rock 95.3 News Radio 850. You look so happy, Deborah. Why?
A lady just called, and I wanted to clarify with what's going on in the mall today. It's the offices in City Hall. The offices that are in City Hall are now at the Muskegon Mall, just representing the offices.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't clear to her, so I thought maybe it wouldn't be clear to somebody else.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, you're back.
I'm back.
You're
and
back.
I'm really glad that you had this chance to bring the program that they're from the city, because I believe that the combination of those of us here in Muskegon who enjoy Hoffmaster and the rest of the natural beauty do have a good respect for the environment. And I think the city of Muskegon has been quite responsible in their reaction and developing programs, and the public works person, Bob Kuhn, is very attuned to trying to have things much more positive for the community. Kathy Brubaker-Clark and the planning department, that's always reassuring to know that there are environmentally concerned people in the areas that are planning to try to approach the future with as much help as they can.
You know, I've been here in Muskegon now for almost 11 years, and in the last, I don't know, see if you agree with me on this, but in the last 3 to 4 years, I've seen some really good changes. Mm-hmm. You agree with that?
They're coming. They're coming. Sometimes.
But I mean, it was.
If you wait long enough.
Yeah, it's pretty slow. But I mean, it's things are looking up. Things are looking good.
Well, people that come in, particularly in, they're so they have to remind those of us that have been here all of our lives of what we really have here and what isn't available in other areas.
Well, when I came here, all I saw was beautiful, beautiful scenery.
And that's what Deborah and I have talked about, and plenty. And that's the whole reason behind Saturday's show. It really is where it all started, is because Deborah and I talked about how she's from Ohio, I'm from Detroit, come here to Muskegon, and it's so much to offer, and they weren't. You know, when it just says, why not? This is just so much here.
Well, we need you people to be able to remind all of us.
If you're used to it, you don't know what you've got.
Right. I mean, you know, coming from Detroit, I mean, I used to swim in the Metropolitan Beach, and that beach was closed down. You know, it was stunk. It
That's
was
what
terrible.
Did it, Debbie.
That is what did.
I mean, that was horrible.
We now know you're
Oh, is that what it is?
Oscar's excuse.
Oh, thanks, Alon. Okay.
Oh, I like her.
Ganging up on me. One on one side, one on the other.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's going to be your birthday.
Oh, okay.
It's your
So you gotta be
birth
nice
weekend.
Okay. Oh, but I mean, you know, I'm trying to make a point here, and you're picking on me. Anyway, so here I come from Metropolitan Beach, this nasty beach. They closed the thing down. You couldn't even swim in the thing because it was terrible. It was, and they had to make a couple of pools at the beach so people could actually swim at the beach. That's how bad it is there. And then you come here, and you have all the you have Mona Lake, you have the Lake Michigan, of course, and you got everything.
Well, unfortunately, it's your birthday, but I have to admit that I can remember when I was a small child and we'd go out to the dunes with a little boat and go swimming, and you could see the bottom of the lake. And I lived through when you couldn't see the bottom off the North Shore and Muskegon Lake. And we finally have a world-renowned wastewater treatment situation here that has done wonders. And you can go back out there now and you can see the bottom.
But that's the thing, though. Of
course, I don't go out quite so deep to
They're
look
working
that far.
on it now, though. They're working on it.
Oh,
And
yes,
like I
but
say,
people come from all over
Beach,
the world.
That's history.
Yeah. That was pretty bad over there.
Yeah, there's no saving that. I mean, that's gone. Clinton, there was a Clinton River there, and that was terrible. If you went to swimming in there, you wore your tennis shoes because you were afraid of what your feet were going to touch. You know, that's how bad it was.
That's
like
why
I'm
they
saying,
grew so big.
Yeah,
they were fertilized.
Oh.
That wasn't fair. No, he said to be casual today. That wasn't very
nice. To say how wonderful Muskegon is. Anyway,
well, it is.
But that's what I'm saying.
Well, it is a phenomenon. Your feet are huge.
They are huge. Okay, they're 13. All right, I got a size 13 feet. I have big feet.
He brought it up. I didn't make any comments.
Oh, sure.
Oscar, yesterday, I didn't mention it. I didn't even look.
No, you did because
I looked,
you said.
But I didn't say it.
Well, you asked me what size socks I wear because I'm wearing them right now.
Well, that was trying to be polite.
And I noticed that I noticed there's people out there that have bigger feet than me because these are these socks fit size 13 to 15.
Oh yes,
and they fit me perfectly.
Well, you see all this wonderful outdoors, and people's feet are growing larger.
But you know the difference is these people are over 6 foot. You're only 4 or 5.
Oh, yeah.
Debbie, where
I'm lost. I'm history. I'll be in the bathroom crying if you need me. Okay.
Okay, we'll be nice to you now.
Oh, but these socks, I was going to tell. I'm going to compliment you about your socks. Anyway, no, I got the socks on today, and I wish I would have had these in the wintertime because they're nice and warm and
very
toasty.
Warm.
Very toasty.
These are the recycled Wigwam Eco Outdoor Socks that we're talking about.
Say that 4 times fast.
She
They're
made
made
it
out
once. Thank
half
you.
pop bottles, half wool.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. They're a similar in looking. People may be wondering, as you commented earlier, what they look like, but they're like a heavy rag looking sock, but of course it's environmentally helpful to
like a big wool sock,
close to a ski sock, whether they're wearing them with their sandals all winter or putting them in your tennis shoes when you're out when it's cold.
Excuse me, wearing in your sandals in the winter?
Yeah, with Birkenstein sandals. Birkenstock.
Sure. Huh?
Where am I thinking? Oh, Berenstein Bears. That's what I'm thinking of. Little kids room thing.
This children's program. She's
Who
ready
knows
to go
what
back
my
out
brain
to
is
Hot
thinking
Monsters this afternoon.
You're missing your Saturday morning cartoons, Deb.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what it was. We forgot to put them on here in the studio. Okay. Anyway, I had to.
You also have Degas shoes.
Yeah.
Yes, this is another environmentally focused company, and
want them.
Oscar loves these
Oscar
shoes.
found a pair he absolutely loves, and unfortunately, they aren't made from that company. I will research, but so far I don't know of one that will make it to that size.
For size 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they're made out of jeans, recycled jeans.
Yes, some of them different factors, but recycling doesn't always mean totally from used. Previous used. The one that Oscar particularly liked is made from a fabric scraps that are reclaimed from a blue jean factory.
So you're saying there's not that many scraps around for my size
well,
foot?
it's going to take probably a pair of bib overhauls plus.
Okay. All right.
But this is a company that does develop. They used recycled tire rubber in the construction.
Yeah.
Is what they use with their soles.
Okay.
And
The little soles are cool because they go all the way up the back too.
Yeah, these are high top shoes we're talking about too.
Oh,
with black soles and blue blue jean tops.
Cool. They were cool. I want them. I still want them. Even I'll even donate a pair of my bib overhauls so you can make them. You know.
I'll have to see what we can do about that for you, Oscar.
You mentioned at one point that they're starting some technology to use tires in making road.
Oh,
mixing
that was
it with
another
asphalt.
thing. Yeah, there's I'd come upon some information of companies that are manufacturing machines now that will be dealing with chopping up used tires. Car tires, and of course the amount that can be used on a sole of a shoe is going to take a while to use up the backlog of supply, but to chop it and mix it with asphalt to utilize it on roads, and they're doing the research on how much less wear there is against the other tires when there's already rubber in the road per se, or whatever the composition of it is, and it extends the wear of the road and of the additional tires. So as these things are researched and developed, if people will responsibly pay attention to trying to be supportive of these things, they will definitely help the environment totally. And as soon as it's environmentally accurate, then it has to become economically feasible. Then we've got a cycle that's going to be wonderful for the whole world.
Yeah. Well, you were saying yesterday also that in Japan and Europe, I guess they already do all this. They've done it for years and years.
Well, that's where some of these are starting.
Because they ran out of places to dump their stuff.
They had no choice.
Don't have as much
They
room.
didn't have a choice, so they had to come up with these ideas.
And now that we're running out of room, we have to start paying attention.
We're beginning to face it.
But it's kind of too bad that
Responsible
we have
city
to.
governments are looking at these things, and I'm glad Muskegon is doing that too.
We'll have to
We
go
can
talk
ask
to
them down there at the mall.
Yeah. So what are you doing about recycling? You know, that's probably a good thing that they're down there today. Earth Day
We can ask
reminds
them.
people. Yeah, I think we'll do that. You got your little tape recorder. We'll go down there and we'll find out. We'll do it on the spot. What do you think?
Sure.
Okay. So let's see. Well, there was a question I wanted to ask you too, and I can't remember what it was because I remember we saved it.
I know you said that last night, and I thought,
can't
oh, this
remember
ought to be
now.
good.
Yeah, it was too.
I'll tell you what, while you're thinking of it, why don't we give a
Give away some
question to
socks.
give away some socks?
Give away some socks.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, why do you have a question available or what?
Oh, I thought maybe you
You
would.
thought maybe I did. Oh, okay.
No, well, I gave a
Tell 'em
number
what book you've got,
before
Oscar.
about what percentage of Americans recycle their trash.
Oh, the name of the book. Okay.
Crash. That was me, excuse
Yeah,
me.
it was you. Okay.
It sounded good.
Headphone
It was my
weird.
feet. It was my big feet clomping on the ground. 57
You-
ways you can do the same thing. Okay.
What do you think of the question?
What do I think of what question?
What percentage of the people, of Americans, recycle their trash?
Do we have a figure here?
I gave it to you about 20 minutes ago.
You did?
Mm-hmm. Quiz time.
Retention
And it's-
goes with age, Oscar.
It's under 30.
I'm losing here. You know, my feet, my mind. It's all gone. I'm history. I'm toast. Okay, but so you got the answer, even though I can't remember what it was.
If you think it's too hard, we'll change it.
No. We can always play the up or down game.
Okay.
Okay, so
okay, we're
ask
doing the
question
numbers
one more
game.
time. The numbers game.
What percentage of Americans recycle their trash?
Now, is this a real accurate one? Because I mean, it's becoming more.
It can go between a few numbers.
Okay.
But it's
Okay, we're gonna put you on the air. Okay. Okay. Do you have a number? Okay. Go ahead and answer the question. Do you have a number?
What percentage recycles trash?
5%.
Oh, a little higher.
Want to try one more guess?
All right. 15%.
He can't hear me, Oscar.
Okay.
It's under 30, over 20.
It's under 30 and over 20.
28%.
Lower.
Okay, it was lower, but we're getting another call. We're going to give them a shot, okay?
Okay.
Thanks. We got lots of stuff to give away yet, so you could get another chance to win something else.
Right.
Okay, we're going to put you on the air, all right? Okay.
25%?
There you go.
25%?
Hey, how about that?
Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to put you on hold. Okay. We'll get your name, and you'll get a nice pair of socks.
Oh, how about that?
And you can pick them up. No, they're great socks. I got them on now. You can pick them up over at Boaz and Clark Shoe, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay, hold on.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Okay. Now
we gave away some socks.
Yeah. Give away some socks. I just thought of another question for another parent later.
Oh, okay.
What are they made out of?
Oh, we already said that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, so we're going to see if people listen. I
We'll do
remember
that
that
next
one,
time.
see? I remember that one. Okay, well, let's take a quick break. We'll regroup here and be back after this.
The First Church of Christ.
News Radio 850, Soft Rock 95.3, 48 degrees, and some sunshine hanging around out there a little bit anyway.
Looks nice.
I like it.
Good Earth Day.
The birds are
It'll be
singing,
nice at
Earth Day,
Hoffmaster.
because they were calling for mostly cloudy skies, so it looks like it might not be too bad.
Well, the golfers are out, but they'd be out in a snow
Yeah,
blizzard.
yeah,
so.
really. Seen the golfers out there, yes. It was like, what, 3 inches of snow one time, and they were out.
I know, they were out there shooting little red balls.
Okay, Judy. We have Judy here from Boys and Clark Shoes. I just like Judy.
Oh, well, I'm
just call you Judy.
appreciating and enjoying. Of course. Well, I feel like I know you.
Well, yeah, I wear your
enjoying it.
socks. I mean, I feel like, I can call you Judy.
Well, I think you certainly should. I mean, after all, you've started my mornings when we have to work on, we're open Saturdays and Sunday afternoons. So when I have to get going on Saturday mornings, when I know everybody else is headed to the beach or the golf course or whatever's going on, you both are I need to compliment you. You are not always quite this perky, Debbie, but you do handle it well. And Oscar, you played against each other beautifully to give us a good start and probably everyone else for a beautiful weekend, too.
Well, thank you for all that compliment. I'm blushing now.
Well, good.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't really mean to come off so hard on you.
We're just
But you're
teasing.
just so good.
That's okay.
You're just there.
I'm not hurt, really. I'm not. I'm okay. Anyway, so I appreciate you coming on the show, and I appreciate the socks. But I'll be definitely holding them off for winter, though, because I'm dying in them right now.
It's nice in here. Well, you
way
just need
too
to go
warm.
hiking at Hoffmaster.
Is that what it is?
While.
Yeah.
That'll do it. That'll take care of it really quickly. It is a little breezy out there, yeah.
Oh, you know what I like
Elizabeth.
these? They breathe.
Oh,
you
yes.
you don't sweat to death in them. I mean, you do sweat because they're warm right now, but
Yeah.
the socks do breathe.
Well, maybe it's my shoes that aren't breathing, so I need a pair of those recycled shoes.
Recycled
that you're
shoes,
gonna give me for
yeah.
my birthday, Deb. Remember those? Yeah.
I got amnesia. What do you mean?
Yeah, of course, we've got to find them in my size. We've got to. Anybody want to donate some bib overhauls? That's another thing we should talk about, though, because right now at your store, if they donate their shoes or give it their. Okay, you
sure.
want to talk?
Sure.
Well, it's always an interesting thing when you're waiting on the public. And ladies really they have things and they can't always use them. And yet they don't really want to let go of them because there's still a lot of value to them. And what we found is right now we're running a promotion that we kind of dedicated to Earth Day for a couple of weeks. And if you bring in a usable pair of shoes, it doesn't have to be ladies, it can be men's or children's. And
Quality usable.
you see, they don't have to argue with anyone because, you see, they're not adding to their shoe wardrobe. When they bring one in and trade it in, then they still have the space available to, if they bring two in, then they're gaining on the project.
Okay.
And we're offering them half price off something in our bargain room.
Which
and
is
something
packed.
And we've got some summer color things and so forth in there too.
Okay.
But it was part of a combination of a program, and we will then take the used shoes that have been brought in. Some of them have been barely used. And
Yeah, I saw a couple pair there. I was kind of.
Oscar was doing
was the
Those were
problem.
13. Yeah. If those were 13, I'd wear those. Yeah.
Well, but we will then turn those into the Every Woman's Place and the Rescue Mission to have those used for however their needs and their programming can take care of them.
No, I think that is great.
Yeah. So-
Because you wouldn't think to give them to every woman's place, and a woman who leaves home for whatever tragic reason there is, she would need some clothing.
Usually, she probably is not going to be worrying about herself and
Yeah.
her future
Her dress-
needs at that
her dress
point.
shoes and all that, yeah.
If she has a job or when she's prepared to go out for an interview, she's worried about her kids at the time, and
Right.
obviously correctly. So if we can be some help to that, we're glad. It's a wonderful program,
a
and
good
we'd like
cause.
to be as supportive as we'll give it some good underpinning here.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're going to be open till what time today?
5 today.
5, okay.
5
Till
today,
5.
right, and noon to 5 on Sunday.
Now, if they want to just...
And if somebody just wants to drop them off,
Yeah,
we'll sort them
just
with
drop
our
off the
boxes
shoes,
and,
yeah.
and hems, and we'll deliver them over. So
Yeah.
some people come in with extras.
No purchase necessary. Just you can drop them off too
just
if you
drop 'em
want.
off. We'll be
Yeah,
glad
okay.
to help it out.
Well, it's a different way to recycle, but it's very handy and very useful and very helpful.
Well, we hope that it works out well
Yeah.
for everyone. So,
Well, like I say, I saw some shoes there that would look really good on me.
especially
But
that
they just
peach-colored
weren't big.
pair, right,
You
Oscar?
just got to get that big size, that 13. Yeah. Oh, by the way, would you be interested in my pink platform shoes that I've been saving since the 70s? What do you think?
Well, they'll go. I might put them in display because I have a pair
Would
of the.
you?
I
Oh,
found
okay.
when we've moved recently
Okay.
out to this location, and in the process of moving, I found a pair back from the 70s
Oh, really?
of the original wood bottom bear
Oh.
trap platform
Oh, really?
shoes
Those are
that was kind
great.
of down behind one of the cabinets, and I tried them on. They are my size, and I can't handle wearing those.
Yeah, I
mean,
know.
we
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
walked around on wooden,
Platforms.
and they were platform dress shoes, not wooden shoes like ethnic types where you'd wear a nice cushy sock like the Klompen dancers or something, where they
Yeah.
can cushion the whole effect. But that'll be a lot of fun. So you bring those in, Oscar, and
Okay.
we'll put them up in
I'll
the
see if I
window.
still have them. I really don't have them anymore. But I remember the platforms. They were terrible shoes. Terrible shoes. I'm glad that part of the 70s died. Really.
Yes.
So-
There is progress.
Yeah.
Foot doctors
See,
like that
no,
part,
but
though.
before it was out, though, I always wanted to buy a pair with the goldfish in the heel. Of course, the goldfish would be dead by now, but still, it would have been cool to have one of those.
Oh.
But I always was looking forward to those. I just thought I'd share that with you.
Well, I appreciate
I could tell you.
How did you feed the goldfish?
Huh?
How would you feed it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The fish would be gold. Would be dead by
Yes.
now.
Oh dear, that's not.
That's not nice.
No, I don't think that. Would
Okay. All right. That's
Just
one
put
good
them
thing.
in for an evening, for
okay.
the
It doesn't
effect,
go
and
well
then
with
put 'em
Earth
back in
Day.
the
Okay,
aquarium.
so-
No, not quite in the
Maybe if
for
we
the
make
day.
platform shoes that the heel slips out at night and we just feed
Just
the
put
fish
'em
and
in. Sure.
slip them back in.
Oh, my.
Okay. Anyway,
Oh,
I don't know
yay.
how I got from that subject, but anyway, thank you very much for.
Well, thank you for having me. It's
Coming
been a
down.
joy. It really has, and I'm glad to have a chance.
And we've
to know
got
both of you better.
Thanks.
we've got a comedian coming up next, so you can hang around for that. We'll talk to him.
Sure.
Okay. Got that coming up, and any other last things you want to say before we go?
Well, I just appreciate your making this focus because I think that all the recognition that can help.
Yeah.
When you wake up and you're called a wacko in the morning because you're worried about
Uh-oh.
the environment.
Oh, no, it's a rush. It's a rush thing.
Well, it's just, Oscar's got a birthday coming, but I've got 3 neat grandkids, and there's a whole world of beautiful children out there, and we do need to have our environment and our world safe and good for them for the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good note to end things with. And I agree with you on the wacko part. I'm not a big Rush fan myself, even though I work at the same station that he works at. But
No,
anyway.
I mean, he's entitled to his opinions, obviously, and maybe he's doing us all a blessing by bringing it to people's attention so that they do sort out their priorities.
There you go. Okay. That's a good way to look at it. Thank you very much. News Radio 850 WKBZ Muskegon and Soft Rock 95.3 WKBZ FM Whitehall Muskegon. Just about 10 o'clock. Time for CBS News. I guess he's not. Hold on.
Par
We'll
for
get
the
him.
course.
We'll get him. Here he's. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. We're here with Joe Dunkel, who's one of the comedians at the Manhattan Club, and he'll be there on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
How do you say Joe Dunkel without smiling, Deborah?
I can't.
Uncle Dunkel.
Oh, he's
Uncle
Uncle
Dunkel.
Dunkel.
Garfunkel Dunkel.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a Uncle Dunkel?
Oh, yeah.
A Hunkle Dunkel.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
in the middle.
You're a big hunk
all my
of Hunkle
muscles
Dunkel.
kind of settled like a hula hoop.
Well, we have something in common.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Okay. Well, with that kind of name, with me being Oscar Osbo, I've had a couple of names and a couple things thrown at me, so I can imagine you've had
I'll
your
throw
share.
some things at
Back-
you.
Way back in high school, Michigan Bell did a promotion with billboards all over town.
Yeah.
And they use people's names out of the phone book to make up animals.
Uh-huh.
And ours is the Dunkeldoop. It was a big bird. It was back in the 60s.
Uh-huh.
And it was all over town. And I was going to high school at the time, and oh, boy. I never heard the end of that for all the way into my senior year. I was Dunkeldoop, you know.
Dunkeldoop. Sounds kind of like an old 60s sitcom or something.
Yeah. The Dunkeldoop.
Oscar Osbo's not much better.
Okay, Casamata. Casamata. Doesn't that sound like a science fiction movie to you?
Yeah.
Like a Japanese science fiction movie where the lips are moving but they're not really synced with the.
Yeah.
Oh, Casamata. You know, just to me it does. I don't know.
Well, I got to wait. You're on the radio, so it'll take a few minutes here for your voice to catch up to your lips.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. That one went right by me. I didn't even catch it. Yeah, right over my head. Yeah.
A little early in the morning for him still.
I was sitting over here watching golfers across the street. I mean, this early in the morning they're golfing, and
oh boy,
there's a person here that's flashing us at the same time, but we won't go into that.
Her name's Amy, but we won't give you her last name.
Yeah. She had her finger in a place we won't discuss either. But anyway.
She's in her nose.
Oh, no.
Oh, come on. You had to tell him it was... It's much more fun left to the imagination, don't you think?
Yeah.
I think so.
Scary. All right, boys.
Okay, I guess we should behave now. We're here to talk to you about your act at the Manhattan Club coming up Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
You're from Lansing, right?
Yeah.
So you've been around the
I've been to
parts.
Muskegon many times, and I've worked with Pat Paulson a couple times.
Okay.
More than a couple times, maybe 10, 15 times.
How about Neil Rosen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Neil Rosen?
Yeah.
But that rings
Cherry
a bell.
County Playhouse.
Cherry County Playhouse.
Oh, no,
he worked with Pat Paulson a few years back.
I don't think the name sounds familiar, but I don't think I've ever met him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well.
But Pat, I have.
Okay.
And
now, do you write all your own material, or?
Yeah. You have to do that more or less.
That was a quick one you wrote right there too. Just that, that was great. Great comeback.
It's improv.
Well, do comedians sell
I
their
have a
work?
degree. Pardon me?
Do comedians sell their work?
Sure they do.
Okay.
You know,
well, what do you do? Stand on a street corner and say, "I've got a joke. You want to buy it?"
in L.A., there's a lot of writers that actually make more money than the comedians.
Oh
yeah.
But you know, like if you see somebody work and you like a bit, some guys will steal it, and some guys will ask if they can't use it, and then other guys will just ask if they can't buy it.
Yeah, because you know,
what does a joke go for these days?
Oh, it depends. Like Jay Leno pays $50 a joke.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know?
If you write enough of them, you can make a good living.
Yeah,
I can see that.
And then well, there are a number of comics out there. You'd be surprised that some famous ones that have bought their act.
Have you sold any to a famous person?
No.
No,
it's hard enough for myself. When I find one, it's like a little gem, you know. I keep.
You know, because I remember one of the comedians talking to him, and he says, "Yeah, you know, all I have to do is just watch an evening at the Improv, and I'm all set." You know.
Well, there's guys out there where you wonder.
Yeah. Well,
I don't mind following somebody that's better than me, but it's the guy that does, you know, the best of everybody.
Oh, okay.
And there are a few of those out there.
Okay.
But they don't generally last too long because eventually you get caught, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like anything, you know.
Like plagiarism.
Get busted.
Yes, exactly. And it's
Comedy
a pretty small
bust.
community.
Standing joke when they come here. They always somebody has to make.
Mine is Tennessee. I honestly have land down in Tennessee.
But it's in the South. Okay.
It's always in the South.
It's always in the South. They always say anybody here from the South, and nobody will say anything. And
we
then they'll
come
say,
back up here, people have teeth and stuff like that.
Yeah, see?
That's not
I knew it. See, I knew it. Everybody has a joke. I mean, you know.
I have land down there, and honestly, the people are wonderful.
Yeah, they're beautiful people.
But in the Smokies, you know, they've been in the Smokies for a long time. And they are pretty amazed by, and I'm a city boy, and I get out there. Honestly, this happened the first time I met my neighbor. He had a piece of straw in his mouth, you know, every stereotype you can think of a hillbilly.
Yeah.
And I'm hanging onto this tree with a limb on it and a vine, and I'm hanging onto this, and he said, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Michigan." He said, "Do you got poison ivy up there?"